How's it going today so far?
Not too shabby. You're in Canada.
I am Toronto. I'm speaking to you from.
Ooh.
My wife is Torontoian.
I do know that. We love your wife. Boy, I've grown up with your wife, so I have to say. But let's talk about this wonderful, mind-blowing series. Because first of all, I love the fact that you're both playing badasses. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You're kind of badass. You're kind of more of a badass.
I think I'm a bigger badass than he
You
is.
kick my ass.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tania, let's start with that because what I'm getting from her so far, from what I've seen, she has great clothes. She likes bees, and she's a badass. So what more could you ask for?
I mean, literally, that you surmise it in those 3 things.
I want to wear those costumes. Come on,
You're bringing back the shoulder pads, my dear.
We can thank our fantastic costume designer, Michelle Clayton, for that, who is just a genius. I would love to spend a day in her head.
Oh, she's incredible.
I mean,
No, it just looks beautiful. But to get serious about this, I mean, William Gibson, right? As far as I'm concerned, was ahead of his time writing this kind of material. So I want to ask you, JJ, like, were you familiar with the book? Was it something that you knew before you even got this?
I was familiar with William Gibson. I mean, I knew who William Gibson was and The Necromancer and other books, but I didn't know this book. And got asked to speak to Joan and Lisa, and thought I could quickly read it because it doesn't look very big. And then you pick it up, and it's so dense and sort of esoteric and abstract that it was an amazing delve into that world. But you're right. I mean, it's insane that he wrote this how long ago, and the idea that Russian oligarchs have taken over our future, kind of appropriate for today. It's extraordinary.
It is extraordinary. And also just the whole concept that, I think he created the word cyberspace. I mean, just to this whole virtual world in the future. I mean, Tania, how are you a gamer? Are you into this type of thing at all? Like, does it blow your mind even when you read the script?
It blew my mind, that's for sure. I'm a troglodyte. I'm an absolute troglodyte. I'm not a gamer at all. I don't know how you do. My brain could compute moving those buttons, and I mean, no, not at all. I'm not a gamer. I think that the beautiful thing about this world is that it's not too far fetched from our own, and that's what makes it feel so tangible and so real. And I think that they've been very clever in the way that they've interpreted the work and applied it to now, to us, and what's happening in our world as in 2022, but it feels like that is literally just around the corner. And actually some of the tech in there I can see not only see that happening, but kind of some of the tech I would quite like, right?
Yeah, it's really cool. Like, it really is cool. Like, to think like what we get now. Can you even imagine, JJ, 70 years from now, what we could expect?
If you look at where we were 70 years ago,
right?
Is it that difficult to imagine that augmented reality has become our living fact?
Yeah.
As opposed to a game on an iPad. That's the both exciting and terrifying thing about the whole show, I think.
I don't think we're even 70 years away from that. I think we're much closer to that than actually we suggest in our show.
I think with the current political climates, we're terrifyingly close to the reality of London in the peripheral.
And that would be sad.
Without giving too much away, but I don't know what I give away, but it is frighteningly close.
It totally is. It really, like I said, what I've been watching, I'm like, my mind is just completely blown. I gotta say, this cast is so phenomenal. Like, everybody in it really just gives their all. But I want to, JJ, I want to start with you, but just tell me a little bit about working with Chloe Grace Moretz, because she's really, for a young girl anchoring a series like this, insane.
She's been working most of her life.
Yeah, she has.
From being an incredible lead role as a young child up until now. She's you know what I love about? She's a consummate professional. And although she has the charisma and talent to carry a show, she's also just a workaholic. It was lovely. And so she grew up in London, weirdly enough, and most of her did a lot of her films in London. I found out that we lived in the same neighborhood.
Really?
So, yeah. She grew up, she lived in went to school in Queens Park.
Yay.
So it was like,
Oh,
so there was, she had a banter and a vibe that really fitted into a London film set. And of course,
Yeah.
she's done all these incredible British films. So she was our leader, on Force. She was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you guys did a terrific job. I cannot wait to dive into the rest of this, but what a pleasure to talk to you both today. Thank you so
And
much,
you.
and have a great weekend.
Thank you, darling.
Thanks so
Say hi
much.
to Canada.
Yes, we will.